Good evening, Stig here. I thought I'd do a quick flip through of the Regimental Fire and Fury rulebook. I've looked online everywhere trying to find a bit more information about these rules, and especially on YouTube there's not a lot. So I thought I'd do it for those interested and those who are like me looking. I thought I'd just show you what's inside and what it's all about. Frustratingly, I still haven't read it all. I've been away, I've been really busy. I've read bits and pieces of it. But I can give you a quick flip through. By no means is it a review or anything like that. So I'm a bit unqualified to comment at this stage, to be honest. But anyway, I'll have a quick look. So it's hardback, nice solid hardback book. As you can see, really well produced. Nice artwork on the back and all that sort of stuff. Good book. Right, so let's have a look what we've got. So yeah, nice bit of artwork there, some acknowledgements and all that sort of stuff there. Useful contents page, as you'd expect. This first section of the rules, it's talking about preparing for battle, so how you design a scenario, what type of figures to use and what they represent. Goes on to stands, what individual stands represent. So useful pictures there. Picture paints 1,000 words, and it's really useful. So an infantry stand with 3 figures on, the dimensions of all the bases and all that sort of stuff. So it's all laid out for you there, nice and straightforward. Yeah. And moving on to markers, different markers for unit statuses and things like that during the game. The author kind of encourages the use of little markers and stuff instead of little plastic tokens or whatever, which is pretty cool. I'm doing it in 10mm, so I'm not sure what I'm going to do at this stage. Anyway, so you've got disordered and silenced markers, low on ammunition, damaged guns and all that sort of stuff. Ammunition supply wagons, like an ambulance for heavy casualties and things like that. It all just adds to the look of the game, which is pretty cool. Going on to the order of battle, how you design an order of battle for the game, because there's no points values or anything in Fire and Fury. It's all sort of geared towards designing scenarios. It gives you some hints and tips there of how to do it, where to look, and that sort of stuff. What units represent, so an infantry is a regiment, and an artillery battery, cavalry regiment, squadrons and things like that. It's all explained in there. It goes on to unit experience, so you've got green troops, trained, veteran, crack and all that sort of stuff. And it goes into a bit of detail there about what all that means. Again, unit effectiveness tables there. All the different types of weapons are used during the Civil War, which is quite a lot. So you have rifle muskets, inferior rifles, smoothbore muskets, breech loaders, repeating rifles, rifle carbines, shotguns, etc., etc. Goes on to the artillery, rifle guns, smoothbore guns of different calibers and all that sort of stuff. Then it goes into commands and what an individual command is. So it'd be like a brigade, made up of a number of regiments with a commander with attached artillery normally. It goes into it there, so you've got a brigade, then a division, corps and army, artillery brigades, separate artillery brigades and things. It goes on to labelling, really clear instructions there of how to label your troops up, just for ease during a battle. 2 different methods, so you can have handwritten ones you stick underneath the base, and then the printed ones that you can get off the website. You have sticking out like a little tab, so you can see it at a glance, which is pretty good. Yeah, going on to the battlefield, how you set it all up, rating terrain features, lots of rules about all that. Unit setups, game length, victory conditions, daylight table. Talks a bit about quick reference sheets, and lots of other stuff. And this is before this isn't even starting the rules yet. It's just setting up a game. You can kind of skip all this and just use one of the already produced scenarios at the back of the book. Okay, so fighting a battle then. goes into play sequence, the manoeuvre phase, fallen leaders, attaching and detaching leaders. I don't want to go too in depth with it, which I'm starting to already. But yeah, as you can see, there's lots of diagrams there explaining everything. Going through the rules. There's one of the quick reference sheets. You get 2 of these in the book. You can fold in half, double-sided. Get everything you need to know really. Once you start playing a game, I'm confident that this is pretty much all you need. Hopefully, anyway. Yeah. So manoeuvre effects and all that sort of stuff. Lots of stuff. Troop manoeuvres. Troop formations, dismount cavalry, lots more movement stuff. This all looks a little bit complicated. I'm sure it all makes sense. I haven't fully read it all yet, but again, lots of nice diagrams explaining everything. Yeah, lots of stuff about movement, charging, explaining all these awkward charges that can come up during a game. Lots of diagrams explaining things about retreats and all that sort of stuff. Manoeuvre checks, as you can see, there's a lot. At first glance, there's quite a lot. It looks like there's a lot to it. So we're talking about line of sight and firing through woods and all these different things. You know, and it's all really well explained with diagrams and things as well. As you can see there. Yeah, going into the charge phase. Again, all explained. Loads of diagrams explaining things. Lots of examples. All these are examples. Explains different charts that are on the quick reference sheet. How to use them. Yeah, it looks like there's a lot in there, but a lot of that is examples and diagrams are showing you how to do it. So I haven't had a game yet, I haven't fully read it, but from what I've seen so far, I'm really enthusiastic about it. Then it goes on to the battle scenario, starting on page 67. So you've got a key there for all the diagrams, and you got the first scenario, so it's Battle of Ball's Bluff, 1861. Nice little map. You get all the orders of battle there, all the troops you need, exactly what you need, all the scenario special rules and things. Bloody Hill, again, all the orders of battle there. This is Redoubt. I really like these maps and things, and how it's really useful for someone like me who doesn't know anything really about the American Civil War. It's good for getting into the period. You know, you can Battle of Stones River, you can have a look at this, go on the internet and research it, and you know, that's part of why I do it anyway. Yeah, little round top, everyone's heard of that, I think. Even me in Yorkshire has heard of the round tops at Gettysburg. Battle of Holstein, again, lots more stuff. Then at the back, effects probability tables, that sort of stuff that floats your boat, you can have a look at that. Looks like a headache to me, just a load of maths, but there you go. Then you've got some wheeling templates and arcs and stuff like that you can photocopy and cut out. And then there's the other quick reference sheet. So there you go, there's a really quick flip through. Do apologise for waffling on a bit, I haven't rehearsed it or thought about it much, I just thought I'd do a quick video, which isn't that quick, it's nearly 10 minutes long already. But yeah, it's a really good book. It's got quite a lot of followers, I think. When I think of American Civil War wargaming, I think of Fire and Fury. This is obviously the Regimental version. Yeah, I'm really looking forward to giving it a go. So stay tuned. Hopefully I'll get this lot finished off, my Union troops, start my Confederates, and then maybe even get a game of it. Anyway, thank you very much for watching. If you stuck with it this far, well done. I'll see you later. Cheers, bye bye.